Okay, what's up, guys? Game Fiend Fearful Games here, and it's drama scripted Saturday time. In this show, I'm gonna do something different. I'm just gonna give my thoughts on this past week in wrestling, due to the fact that the gameplay in the background is very short. It's under 10 minutes, so I don't think I will have enough time to go through everything that happened. So my thoughts on CM Punk working with Paul Heyman. I don't know how it's going to work because CM Punk is a rare breed. There's not a lot of people in the industry that could wrestle their ass off and talk on the mic. Very good. CM Punk does both very well. Like I said before, it's a very rare breed to find one person that could do both things extremely well, over the top. A couple of names that come to mind in the past that could do both well, I would have to say Shawn Michaels. He could talk and wrestle. Kurt Angle, he could talk and wrestle. I would say the face Kurt Angle, not so much of the heel Kurt Angle. Let's see who else has. Chris Jericho has great charisma ability and can wrestle his ass off. Who else? Other names that come to mind. The Rock could wrestle, talk his ass off. Not many. It's very Cena could do from time when okay. Let me when it comes to Cena, when WWE wants Cena to wrestle, he could wrestle and talk his ass off because we've seen that Cena can wrestle in the past with matches with CM Punk with the 1 hour match in UK that was like I think 3.5 years ago, 4.5 years ago. I don't know. I'm getting time is just flying by. So yes, Cena can wrestle. It's just that he's WWE tied down to how WWE wants him to wrestle. So Cena can wrestle. He's proved it in the past. I hope you guys don't hear that. There's a lot of brouhaha going outside my window. I kind of live in the hood. I can't help what goes out. Can't help what goes on outside in the wild. Yeah, welcome to the jungle. Anyway, moving on. So I don't see how this is gonna work because the reason why Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar, the reason why that pair works so well is because that Brock can't talk to save his life, but Paul Heyman can. So you put Paul Heyman's mouth paired with this monster, it works out well, and it did work out very well. Moving on to Night of Champions, the main event itself between John Cena and CM Punk. I'm interested to see what's going to happen if they book that John Cena loses. What's going to happen to John Cena now? Because John Cena hasn't won anything big in like the past, I would say, 6 months. The last big match that was irrelevant, that was actually worth a feud that was actually worth talking about was the feud between him and Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules. When Brock Lesnar beat the holy hell out of him, but John Cena still won at the end of the match. Yeah, you could say the thing with John Laurinaitis, but did you really? Did anybody honestly really care about that feud? Let's be honest with ourselves. Did any one of my 123 subscribers and the roughly average to 35 to 40 people that watch Drama Scripted Saturdays every week, did any of y'all really care about that feud? No. It was just there. You just had to sit through and watch it because it was there. You all at the end of the whole feud, you knew at the end John Laurinaitis was probably going to lose his job. And why Big Show even got a main event push out of that? Yes, that was probably his best turn heel, because he has been a face for like ever in the WWE. But it for him to be a heel and still be at the main event scene, I think his time is past and it's over. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Oh yeah, so yeah, what is WWE going to do if John Cena loses, because John Cena hasn't won a big title match in a very long time. So it's gonna be interesting. You can only have your number one guy lose the big match so many times. So it's gonna be interesting to see what WWE does with John Cena if they if they have him lose once again to CM Punk at Night of Champions. Moving on to SmackDown, which Wade Barrett returned. Very happy about that. He returned and beat the hell out of Yoshitatsu with a new spinning elbow or clothesline elbow. I don't know if that's one of his new finishers. I wanted to see a wasteland, but I don't know if that's one of his new finishers or he has a new elbow move. That's his finisher. So my thoughts, and also something to point out that they're putting Dolph Ziggler and Randy Orton in a feud because Dolph Ziggler needs to get pushed more, even though he has the money in the bank and he's just waiting for the right time to cash it in. And Randy Orton's a main event guy that's not really doing much, so why not have no feud? That should be a great match. They should book that match for Night of Champions. Why not do it? On the rest of my time, I'm just gonna give my brief thoughts on TNA. See, TNA has a lot of good things working for them, but they don't know when to get to the point. So now you have at No Surrender, which doesn't make any sense that their main event title is not being defended. It's Austin Aries versus an Ace and Eights guy that tried to break his arm 2 weeks ago, which is a fail because they did this crap already at Victory Road. You had Sting versus Bobby Roode, and Bobby Roode was what? The TNA World Heavyweight Champion, and Sting was what? The General Manager. So the title can't be defended. What are they doing at No Surrender? Austin Aries versus an Ace and Ace guy that tried to break his arm, which means the main event title will not be defended. Why? Why? That's I have a big gripe. So what's the point of me? What's the point of us watching this pay-per-view? Oh, and apparently Azima Ion has an X Division title match and No Surrender out of nowhere, and he hasn't been on Impact. He hasn't been in the Impact Zone in the past 3 weeks. And Joey Ryan's facing Al Snow. And the thing I don't understand why Joey Ryan has beef with Al Snow. Al Snow voted him yes. He should have beef with Taz. But I guess behind the scenes, something that we would probably never know, Taz probably said no, he probably doesn't want to do this whole angle storyline thing. Or that's probably one of the things that we would never know. But TNA has a problem with getting to the point, and that's something that they need to solve. Hopefully they're not trying to carry all this out and everything ends out Bound for Glory. Hopefully they don't try to stretch everything to Bound for Glory because that would be horrible. And the non-drama scripted news, if you guys are wondering where Christian has been, there's 2 reasons. One, he's requested time off for his ankle because WWE has nothing to do for him. And 2, he has to go back to Impact to appear on their induction ceremony for the Hall of Fame, for the TNA's Hall of Fame, due to the contract, some deal they have out. They had Ric Flair come to their Hall of Fame, so TNA wants Christian to be in theirs. And with that, that's going to wrap it up for this Drama Scripted Saturday. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And the next time you hear from me is on Monday, for Mondays. And I'm Game Fiend Funeral Games, guys. Signing out. Peace.